Natasha Gollin from KCJS 23. I studied at KCJS from 2011 to 2012 during my junior year at Tufts University. So after I completed KCJS, I went back to Tufts and I took an advanced Japanese course. And I also studied for and passed the N2, or the second hardest level of the JLPT, the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. And then I graduated with my degree in Asian Studies, and I wanted so badly to go back to Japan that I went there to teach English for a year. So don't lose hope if you don't get into the JET program, since there are plenty of other English teaching jobs. Instead of an Eikaiwa school, from March 2014 to 2015, I chose to work for an ALT dispatch company called Interact, which places you as an ALT, or assistant language teacher, in public schools in Japan. And it was sort of like JET, but with more vacation time, but a lower salary. But it wasn't too bad for a young single person. And I taught at 5 different schools, both big and small, in a smaller town in Hiroshima Prefecture. And you don't need any teaching experience, you just learn from training and actually teaching. And there are also some small textbooks and some company-provided lesson plans for you. You don't need to even be fluent in Japanese, but some language ability is always going to be useful, and knowing Japanese definitely helps build good relationships with other teachers. Staff. My biggest school actually gave me a prize and said I was their best ALT thus far, which was really heartwarming because I spent that time, speaking Japanese and, building camaraderie with them. I had a hard time saying goodbye to all my schools, especially that one. So my experience in KCJS definitely helped set the stage for a successful year working in Japan. And then that led me to decide that teaching could be the right path for me, so I went to NYU from 2015 to 2017 for my master's, and I also passed the N1, or the hardest level of the JLPT, during that time. And then I got my master's degree with a dual certification in teaching Japanese and ESL, or it's called ENL, English as a New Language, in New York City. And then during my program, I also took a great summer course at Columbia, actually, on Japanese pedagogy. And then I went on to a Japanese program at a small magnet high school for the arts. And those 2 years really gave me an invaluable teaching experience. So now I've actually spent the past year teaching English as a New Language to 5th graders and helping change some lives. And I think that this whole path was influenced by KCJS. Kind of one thing led to another.